Hey, how you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a fun time factoring. We're going to cover a couple other examples that I did not cover on the videos. The first one we're going to talk about is factoring out the GCF, or the greatest common factor. So the biggest number that they have in common that I can pull out of everything. So our first problem, we've got 4x squared minus 6x plus 8. To me, it looks like I can factor out a 2. My 4, my negative 6, and 8 are all divisible by 2. So if I divide everything by 2, I've got 2 times 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. Just double check. 2, negative 3, and 4 do not have anything in common other than 1. So we are done. Now, if we're really good, we would make an x, or we would make our parentheses like this to see if we could factor it further. Let's just do that real quick. 2 times 4 gives me 8. So is there anything that multiplies to 8? Adds to negative 3. Nope, that's it. So this is as far as we can factor. Okay, second example, factoring out our GCF. 45x squared plus 36x minus 27. Well, 45, 5 goes into it, doesn't go into 36. 6 goes into there, but not 45. How about 9? We're going to pull out a 9. So we're left with 5x squared plus 4x minus 3. I'm not going to worry about factoring it further because I'm just showing you how to factor our GCF. Okay, last one of these. I've got negative 6x cubed plus 12x squared minus 2x. Looks like I'm just factoring out a 2, but if you notice, they also have an x in common, and I never want to start with a negative inside my parentheses, so I'm going to factor out a negative, which means I'm changing the sign on everything. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is 3 with 2 x's left over. 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6 with an x left over. Negative 2x divided by negative 2x, don't just end it. It's plus 1. Okay, so we factored out the GCF. That's all I'm asking you to do. Here is our GCF on that one. 9 is the GCF there, and 2 is the GCF at the top. Okay, now we're going to look at the difference of squares. I'm going to start with x squared minus 16. So we have the difference, subtraction. X squared is a perfect square. It's x times x. 16 is a perfect square. It's 4 times 4. Okay, so when I'm factoring, x times x got us to x squared. 4 times 4 got us to 16. And now to get us to negative 16, we need a positive times a negative. If you don't believe me, let me show you. X times x is x squared. Then we have negative 4x. Positive 4x. What just happened? Boop, 0 gone. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. We're left with x squared minus 16. All right, 2 more. Let's rock through these. 4x squared minus 100. We have our minus sign in the middle. Perfect. If it's a plus sign, it does not work until we get to imaginary numbers. All right, 4x squared would be 2x times 2x. 100 is 10 times 10, right? Oh, guess what we didn't do? Pump the brakes. We did not factor out the GCF. Okay, the greatest common factor. This will save us time in the end. The biggest number that goes into both of these is a 4. So I'm going to factor out a 4, left with x squared minus. Now 100 divided by 4 is 25. So that'll change things up a bit. So now we have a minus in the middle. We've got x times x, and we have 5 times 5. So I have 4 from before. We've got x times x. 5 times 5, 1 is a plus, 1 is a minus. And that's how it factors. Okay, last one's a little tricky. X to the 4th minus 81. They do not have a common factor. Okay, it's minus in the middle. So x squared times x squared gives us to x to the 4th. 9 times 9 is 81. We need a plus and a minus. Okay, I noticed that we have x squareds here at the beginning, which is a perfect square. We're done with this first one because it's a plus sign. We're not done with the second one because 9 is also a perfect squared, and we have that minus in the middle. So this breaks into x times x, 3 times 3 plus minus, and then I have to bring down x squared plus 9. Now we are officially done. Good luck.